So this is part two of the 2018 Silver Explorer. Pardon me if I'm really tired. I left yesterday at 6 p.m., drove all night, and then I'm on my way back. I don't even know what time it is. I don't know. Who knows? It's probably 2 o'clock, something like that. But yeah, I was right. So, driven 310 miles. We put a belt on it, and that was it. Jump started it. I didn't want to start it first. You know, they had cycled the key a bunch of times. It flooded it, and but it did start up. I figured it was just flooded. But anyway, so that was a score. You know, that water pump job is not fun. Yeah, it's about $3,000 if you take it somewhere. So we spent 18 bucks on a belt, and we are rolling out. So just thought I want to give a quick update. I did have to stop and wash it because it was pretty dirty. I'm not sure where we are now. We might be in Oklahoma. We might be in, I don't know, one of those other states. Kind of doesn't matter, you know. I'm on 69 South, which is, I've got to stay on this for 211 miles. So I figured I'd make this quick video and just say how good things are. And I'm really excited. What a great car. This thing is so cool. You can see all the cage and stuff behind me. Lights up top. It's got the radio. It's got the, I don't know what the hell that thing is. I thought it was low jack, but maybe it's not. Pretty tired, so just wanted to celebrate the good news, and I was right. You know, basically, Firestone was mistaken, or just flat out lied. It's pretty typical. It could be maybe the police department was just ready to get rid of it. You never know. You know, there's all kinds of things that go on behind the scenes. I'm not saying it's in this case, but it does happen where they'll put some catastrophe, you know, description on the vehicle, and then they'll have their buddy bid on it, and split the profits or whatever they're going to do. So, who knows? You know, doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure, if I had to guess, I would say it's just not laziness, but there's a lot of bad mechanics out there. That's always the case too. It is a common issue that the water pumps fail on this, but there was no indication. Oil looked good. Coolant was slightly low, maybe a cup. You know, it's not anything to warrant leaking water pump. Most importantly, behind the AC compressor, between the block and the AC compressor, there was no stains from the coolant. It's got that red coolant, so it's something you really see really easy if it's leaking. So I think I got a win. Don't mean to brag on it, but I win a lot. But also I do my research, and I'm willing to take the risk. You know, a lot of people aren't willing to take the risk in this kind of stuff for whatever reason. I absolutely am, and it has paid off, you know, many times over. You can't be scared. You can't be reckless. I've been there. You know, sometimes you get in these vehicles and they break down a mile down the road, and you know, you call an Uber or a Lyft and go back to the airport and fly home. You know, yeah, in this case, I'm driving it. The temperature is nice and where it should be. AC is blowing frosty. Cruising. It's got new struts, new brakes. This thing drives like a dream. It's terrific. So I got a long way home. Basically, you'll be on the road 26 hours straight by the time this is said and done. If things go well, we're going to get caught in traffic in Dallas. I try to avoid it. I try to look at an alternative route. The decision we came up with was just to it slow and just stop at truck stops and look at the crap they have, right? I don't know why that's a good life decision, but that's what we decided to do. Basically, you can spend your time walking around a old truck stop, Loves or whatever they are, or you can just sit in traffic, listen to podcasts, which is fine too. But it's fun talking to people. And America, if you haven't got to travel, you got to do it. This will make about 42,000 miles this year. It's 2023. We're in mid-November, and if you haven't seen America, man, I recommend it. It's so cool. The East Coast is beautiful. Out towards New Mexico and the desert and all that, it's beautiful. It's just beautiful, man. And people are really neat. When I travel to the northern states, New Jersey, New York, up in that area, Virginia, West Virginia, all that, Washington D.C. I grew up with my dad. My dad is. He's a Cajun. And he grew up in a different time. He was born in 1935. So I think there was a lot of anger left over from the Civil War, from losing that. That's the truth. So I grew up with this prejudice against people from the northern states. A bias, not a prejudice, a bias, And so I'm out in the Midwest. I'm out, in the East Coast, upper northern East Coast, and people were just as nice. Man, they were wonderful. You talk to them, they're a little apprehensive. I'm a little much, especially when I look like this. In that, generally, I think in that part of the country, when someone approaches you, they want to sell you some BS or scam you or some hustle, right? It's not just this genuine, hey, how you doing? It's like in the South. Not that they're all in the South like that's for sure. But generally, people are more apprehensive on the East Coast. But anyway, enough about all that crap. I'm just tired and rambling, over-caffeinated. Anyway, I could not be happier with this thing. It's a 2018 Police Interceptor, 3.5, twin turbo, all-wheel drive. Just a pretty amazing machine. I can't believe it's like a dream. I can't believe I'm driving this thing. I went from, having to pull the exhaust and drop the drive shaft. Honestly, what made me stop was we started pulling the exhaust and we didn't bring the right tools. There's just no room under there, and they're rusted on there, the typical exhaust bolts. And I said, man, let's just grab a belt, throw it on there, see what happened. What's cool is that we had previously done a belt on my other one. It had rotted off at about that same mileage. So I figured, what the heck. Pulleys spun good. Tensioner didn't seem too wobbly, The belt just rotted off. That's all it was. An $18 belt. I'll tell you what I paid for it. I don't mind. I don't mind transparency. I paid $7,100 plus fees. I think I paid about $7,800 for this. Retail on this, easy $15,000. Easy. But the truth is, I do this. I kind of look at it like a very overly simplistic way. I compare a lot of things to a campfire. Do you have a campfire? And that's how I approach it. What I'll say is there's some basic things that create a good deal. It's really basic things. You got a log, you got fire, it's burning, you got a campfire, right? It's very basic things. They're very basic things that make a good deal a good deal. I got a call. Anyway, rambling enough. Anyway, I'm excited.